Ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellency, it's difficult for me not to be personal. I started coming to the Gambia not too long ago, I think 1965. brought in by road from Dakar by some people you know very well, Crispin Johnson, then a schoolboy from Gambia High School, and Seda Job. And I've come again, Sedat Job. And the last time I met you here, Sedat was working with me in Dakar and was then excused to become your foreign minister. And I came in with the Director General of UNESCO when Satan Jah was your Minister of Education. So I even have a Gambian name, Ibrahim Afar. So, but I tell you this, each time I come, I can see, I can feel, I can taste, I don't know how to say it, progress. And I would like to say congratulations. My wife reminded me this morning at the time you took over the affairs of this country and said when she went around looking for those things that ladies look for in Banjul, she came back happy. And she said she spent all her money. I said, that's very good. It's better than spending it overseas. So is this question, this is what the average African would like to see. And for grandfathers like me, we want to see the younger generation improving on what we've done. So congratulations a million times, Your Excellency. Let me quickly move to why I can say thank you very much for this audience. We know how busy you are, and for you to have squeezed in some time to welcome us, we say a big thank you. We do congratulate you, first of all, on the 48th anniversary. Looking back to me, it looked like yesterday. Praise Allah. We've already sent an official congratulatory message. But I think what makes us happy is not just that there's been 48 years, but these 20-something years of your exemplary leadership. May the light you've kindled here continue to shine and spread all over Africa, so that, as Nkrumah used to say, Africa will survive. The Gambia has been a very valuable member of WIAC. I tell you how it's gone. First of all, we've had very intelligent, very efficient leadership on the staff. One of us was Registrar of Council, and he performed so extraordinarily well that he will be honored in the course of our meeting here. I've also had the pleasure of working with your members of the committee. Alaji Khan down the line there knows our jokes. If he hasn't said anything in a meeting, then we don't move, because they say the word of our elders are words of wisdom, and whenever he says it, it counts. And the young man who became permanent secretary and joined us as chief government nominee, he too knows that I do consult him informally. When we meet to eat, I pick his brain quickly so that I would know how best to present the matter. And you know, it is these ideas that rule the world. It is not how much money you pay. And it also shows that the Gambian school system has done something good. I was also here when we were talking about a university in the pipeline. Now I'm happy. I was there in October. I'm happy to see the university in action. Congratulations so many times. So, as on a personal level, I've followed from the days of 1990 Education for All, successive ministers, Alaji Baji, Satan Jao, and the lady who became my successor in UNESCO in Dakar, Aunt Therese. I've followed, and I've always appreciated your quality. And it's not how many people, but how well. And one quality dimension you've introduced is this assessment of educational progress. People know me in WIAC that I'm not interested in what result you get at the end. I'm interested in nipping failure in the bud. And this assessment procedure you've introduced, which other countries are copying, is a means of simplifying our task because we're not there to certify people as pass and fail. We're there to help to ensure that everybody succeeds, because education is a matter of all our children learning. It's not some people dropping in or dropping out. And the Gambia is leading the way in this way. And so when I say you are a leading member of WIAC, that's what I mean. You are showing the light so that we others can find a way. And that is the major reason for saying we must start our journey here. We've come here, the council is the highest policy-making body. And if we are to make things happen, we have to, first of all, show gratitude to those who've made things happen. And since we're here as member states to learn from one another, we have a lot to learn from you. Of course, I also admit that the Gambia has a lot to learn from the others. And we want to thank you very much for steering the ship of this learning process that has gone on in the Gambia. Having said that, Your Excellency, we're also happy that the office here in the Gambia is waxing stronger and stronger. Yeah, my colleagues around the table knew the battle they fought to make sure that office is reinforced. And we always say that the young shall grow. I say the young must grow. And so we identify the young man there, Njaramaba. And it's been ensuring the growth of this place. Your Excellency would like to continue, because growth, development is a continuous process. The person driving me around when he heard the way I speak took me quickly to see the office here, boasting that is one of the best offices in town. I then said there is some empty space around it. Why can't I come down and grab it? And the man says, when we drove around this place, because I was anxious to rediscover the market, and he says, no, why not go to the State House and put it formally? So I'm putting it formally. I didn't consult you before. Honorable Minister, don't look at me. Not to say that land will be needed for further expansion, because the number is growing. Once you universalize primary education, you continue to universalize. And we also have this second examination that is open to all and sundry. So we need room for more rooms. And there's something that has been happening in our member countries, because we bring in examiners day and night, anytime. We've managed in Nigeria, we've managed in other countries, including Liberia, to attach some guest houses. You know, some of us don't like hotels. I'm one of those who don't like hotels, because hotels are for something else. But we do these guest houses where people can work at the same time, do things. And they are managed by the private sector, owned by WIAC at a reasonable cost. When he passes through Lagos, he stays there. When I pass through Liberia, Sierra Leone, we stay there. And when we say we need space for more space, a library, working facilities, these guest houses where we can hold people captive, and they mark our examination question for us. We even have, I know there's, Man Sakonko branch office where we're trying to do something. We do talk about some empty land in Basel. I think that is where my knowledge of the Gambia, physical knowledge, ends. I would like to visit that place again if we are given this opportunity for more land, not just quantitative expansion, but to reinforce the qualitative work you've been doing at all levels. So I'm sorry for being so long, Your Excellency. I know your time is valuable, but I'm happy as Ibrahim Afal to be here again. Your Excellency.
Thank you. Your Excellency, Prof. Obanya is somebody that has been the driving force at the UNESCO office in Dakar, and we are all very happy upon receipt of information about his appointment as chair of council. And as members of council, we all learn a lot from him. Every now and then he sends papers to us via email, to help enrich our discussions. May I now invite the Honorable Minister for Basic and Secondary Education, Madam Fatula Minfai, to say something.
Thank you, PS. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of the Gambia.